Rachel, are you there? I heard that you bought a new car recently. Is that true? Did you do that?
Oh, hello, Donna. Yes, it really is true. I've gone and bought myself a new car. After all, the last car I owned, I had actually bought as a used car. So it already had so many miles on it before I even used it.
Well, I was just thinking that, isn't it a little too much to be buying yourself a new car like that? I mean, I guess I just wasn't aware of your financial circumstances like that.
I know that it's not a small purchase at all, but if I don't have a car, then I won't be able to do a lot of things as quickly as I need to. And I wanted to buy something that I was sure I'd be able to use for a very long time.
I understand wanting to invest into something like that, but I still just don't understand why you couldn't have just brought a used car or something like that. I mean, you know my son, your husband David, is always taking the bus to work, don't you? So why is it that my poor boy is having to take public transportation while his wife gets a brand new car?
You know that this car won't just be for me, right? David and I will both be able to use this car whenever we want.
Well, sure, you say that now, but you are the owner of the car, aren't you? You will be the main person driving it, isn't that right? I know that David doesn't drive or anything like that. Do you want to know how I know that? I have a few friends who actually live in the neighborhood, you see. And they tell me that they're always seeing you driving, so what do you have to say about that?
I see. Well, I just want to let you know that I'm really not telling David he can't use it or anything like that. I think that David just prefers to commute by bus, and so that's why he doesn't drive all that often.
What are you talking about? You really think David wants to be taking the bus now that it's gotten so cold?
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Either way, you still have to pay for gas to drive. But most importantly, I think David just likes taking the bus and doing what he does. Besides, I know that he does like getting the opportunity to get small walks in where it's possible.
Well, I suppose I am at least happy to hear that my son is always looking for ways to be able to take care of himself.
Oh yes, that he most certainly does. He's always fussing over what kind of food he'll let himself eat. But eating isn't everything, and I guess that's why he likes to get his walks in.
You know, I've actually been thinking about this for quite a while now, but you have some very, very odd spending habits. You know that?
Oh, really? What do you mean by that? I'm sure that I have no idea.
I just mean that, well, you do know how far David's office actually is from where you both are living, don't you? David tells me it takes about 3 hours total for him to go to and from work every day. Now, why can't you just let my son take the car to work? I'm sure that it would save him so much time on his daily commute. I just know that he would have an easier time if he were the one driving.
I understand what you're saying, Donna. I really do. But it's like I said, this is David's choice and I'm just respecting it. I'm really not forcing him to take the bus or drive or any of that. It's all him.
Well, if that's what you have to say for yourself, then here's what I have to say back to you. You are a nasty, nasty woman.
I am so sorry you feel that way, Donna.
And I don't think that you're a good wife for my son either. You don't have sense of what it means to be his wife. I mean, don't you know the kind of things a wife should be for their husband? You really need to just stop thinking of yourself. Do you know that?
I'm sorry, Donna, but I really don't think that I'm being selfish here at all. In fact, I think I'm being a good wife precisely by respecting what David wants to do.
Well, I don't see it that way at all. So what do you think about that, huh? I know that you only ever married David in the first place because of how much money he makes. But I seriously doubt that you have even the semblance of any real affection for my son.
Okay, well, again, I think it's really unfortunate that you think that way, but I really do love David. We both love each other very much, and that's why we're married.
Sure, you say whatever is you need to make yourself feel better. But I know for a fact that you just tricked my poor son into believing you. And as his mother, I am going to make sure that he realizes how you've tricked him so that he can finally wake up from this illusion. I won't let you just jerk my son around and use him like you've been doing this whole time. Hey, Rachel, just what the heck do you think you're doing, huh? Why aren't you at home right now?
Oh, Donna, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you'd be coming over today.
Well, if you really want to know what I'm doing here, I just thought I'd drop in and surprise you all so that I could see what you've been feeding my son. But now you're not even home, so I'll ask again. Where are you right now? Shouldn't you be at home getting dinner ready for your husband?
I mean, normally I am at home at this time, but I was called into the office in Chicago.
Chicago? What do you mean you were called in? What does that even mean? I bet you're just there on vacation or something, aren't you?
I really am here at work, not here on vacation. But since it's the end of the year, there's a lot of work that needs to be done here.
Don't you know that your husband should always be on the top priority list? But hey, at least you got use of my son's money so that you could treat yourself to a little trip. But tell me, have you ever stopped once to think about what my poor little David is going to eat while you're away?
I imagine that he'll probably order out a few nights, and some other nights he'll probably just cook for himself, like an adult. So I really don't think there's any need to be acting like this.
You must be so pleased with yourself, huh? You really think that's going to be enough?
I think that David is an adult, and he knows how to handle himself, and that it's fine if he and I are apart now and then.
I am just so sick of having to put up with you. You have to know that you're nothing but a parasite on my son, right? You just use my son and the money that he makes from his job only to treat yourself to whatever it is that you happen to want at that day. I just feel so sorry for my poor David. I have no idea that a poor young man would end up in your clutches. And to think that he studied so hard to get into a good school, worked so hard to get his current position. And now that he's really hitting his stride, he somehow ended up picking up a little leech like you sucking at his side.
Donna, please. You need to stop treating David as if he's not aware of the decisions that he's making. I mean, you do realize that he's more than capable of taking care of himself, right? David has never had a single complaint about the way that I do or don't do things for him. So while I appreciate you wanting to make sure that your son is being well taken care of, I can assure you that he is.
Well, as his mother, I think that I'm the one who can make that final judgment. Isn't that right? And if the woman that is going around using my son like her own personal piggy bank says that things are okay, then they surely must not be. And just who do you think you are, taking such an insolent tone with me anyways, huh? You should know better than to talk back to your mother-in-law!
I'm not trying to argue or take a tone, but it just feels like we have a lot of misconceptions between us that I'm trying to clear up.
There you go again! You just talked back to me right there! Honestly, I still have no idea how it is that my son ended up with someone like you. It just makes no sense at all. Most days I wish that David never moved out to the city. I just know that he would have been happy getting with a girl from our hometown. But now that my little boy has gone so far away, it's so much more difficult for me to keep my eye on him. And that's when you came into the picture.
Donna, I just think you should know that David and I make sure to put a certain amount of our incomes aside as savings every single month. I'm not just blowing through every single penny that we both earn.
Oh, please. How can you say that when you just bought a new car and I see you walking around with nice handbags from expensive brands all the time? I just know that you bought all of this not with your own money, but with David's money. Isn't that right? It's all thanks to my son that you have that $1,000 handbag. But don't you even feel the slightest bit guilty about what you've done to David?
Actually, Donna, I'll correct you there again. The bulk of the things that I own, I have bought and paid for myself.
No, that can't be right. That's impossible. You didn't even go to a good college. There's no way that someone like you could have afforded such nice things. Wait a second. I think I see what's going on here, actually. You were working before you got married to my son, isn't that right? I guess I just didn't realize you were doing, well, that kind of work.
And just what kind of work might you be referring to there? Huh, Donna?
Oh, please. You know what I'm talking about. You've probably taken money from plenty of men at this point, so it's no wonder you're so comfortable doing it to my son as well. How could I have not noticed this until now? It makes everything make sense, and it fits the image I have of you perfectly. You certainly do have the pretty face for it. I bet all you do is get the liquor flowing and then all those men were like putty in your hands. Isn't that right?
I can't believe that I'm even having to deny doing something like that, but no. You have no idea what I did or do for a living.
Well, it's the only thing that makes sense. You didn't go to a good school, so how else could someone like you end up with such extra money to spend? But now the question is, what will you do now that I know the truth? I certainly won't stand for someone like you mixing your genes with my son to create some horrible little brat!
Okay, Donna, I really think that you're starting to cross some boundaries that you shouldn't.
If you think that I'm crossing boundaries, then it must mean that I really am over the target with you on this. I've known something was wrong with you ever since you and David got married. You know, David would always try to buy me whatever it was I wanted on my birthdays. But then you came into the picture, and his budget for presents changed remarkably!
Well, the size of our families got bigger, and we suddenly had more expenses to worry about. Not to mention the fact that we started to get more serious about saving up money for our futures.
Rachel, you do realize that I am David's mother, right? The woman who gave birth to him. And that means I always know what is best for my little boy. This is something that I am always going to have over you, and that you are never, ever going to be able to change. But you are doing something to my son. Ever since the two of you got married, he's always acting so much more cold towards me. And even when I try to send him messages, sometimes it takes him so long to respond to me now. I don't know what you're saying or doing to him, but I know that all of this is your fault.
I really haven't done anything at all, though. I think that David is making up his own mind and acting accordingly.
No, that can't be it. I refuse to believe that. This is all your fault. It just has to be. It can't be any other way. I know that you're influencing my son to be more mean to me and draw back away from me and towards you. You brainwashed him, you witch!
Again, I really haven't done anything of the sort at all, and I resent those comments.
I don't care what you resent. I am not going to let you treat me and my son like this anymore. My son is a good, pure boy, and I will rescue him from your evil ways. So just watch out, because now you're on my list. And I always take care of my list, Rachel. Rachel, are you there? I heard that you turned down my request to David for me to move in with the two of you. Is that true? What's the matter with you?
I really don't even know what you think you're going to accomplish talking to me like this, but it wasn't just me. If you really must know, neither David nor I wanted you in here.
But that's not true! How dare you try to talk to me like that? You think you're better than me just because you can live off my son's money? You are nothing but a parasite, do you know that? How dare you try to come between my son and I?
Okay, let's make one thing straight here. Your son only makes about $1,200 a month. So are you really sure that you have all the information that you think you do?
What are you talking about? There's no way that my son makes so little money. That's impossible! I thought that he worked at a big company, right? I looked up the annual average salary of the company and it was quite huge. Well, how about you at least check your facts before lying to me?
I'm only telling you all of this because I talked to David and he said it was okay to tell you. But David doesn't work for that company anymore.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? What do you mean he doesn't work for that company?
I mean that he quit his job so that he could go back to school. So right now, David is only working part-time.
No, that can't be right. You mean my son has been working part-time for a while now? How can he even afford to take care of you both? How in the world did he manage to afford your new car?
Well, lucky for him, he didn't need to. I bought the car all on my own.
You mean you bought the car with all your own money? What could that mean? Are you seeing some man on the side who gave you the money for it?
No, it's nothing like that. I just went to work, earned money, and then I bought a car. You do know that I'm not a housewife or anything, right?
What is that supposed to mean? I know that you don't work if that's what you're trying to say. You almost never leave the house, right?
That's actually because I work from home, if you really want to know. So I don't have to commute. But you're right in that I don't literally work in an office building every day.
Maybe you should try reading a bit more, or watching the news every now and then. I mean, really, just how did such a horrible liar manage to get my sweet little boy to fall in love with her?
I am telling you that there is none of that going on at all. I haven't lied to David about anything.
That isn't true. You aren't going to be able to trick me like you did with him. I know that David works for an amazing company that he would never just walk away from like that.
Well, he didn't just walk away from it like that. He'd been working for the company for years, but he felt like he wasn't making the progress that he should have been.
And just what makes you think that you can talk as if you know more about my son than I do, huh? You really are an uppity little brat, do you know that? I will have you know that I reject your rejection for me living with you two, and I will be moving in with all my things soon. So you better have a room clean and ready for me by next week, because I will be living with you from then on, whether you like it or not. Rachel, are you there? Where are you right now?
I'm at my house right now, if you really want to know.
But that can't be right. I went to your house just yesterday. I told David what day I would be coming to move in, and I thought you both would be there. What the heck is going on here?
I guess you already know what's going on around here. We moved away from that house.
You moved away? Why in the world would you do that? Where did you even move to? I thought you both knew that I was coming to move in with you.
That's exactly why we decided to move away. You just decided that you were going to do that even after we told you that the answer is no. But you refused to listen to us. So we thought that the best solution would be to move away.
So then, you just moved to a whole new address without even telling me? How could you be so cruel? I mean, I am just shocked right now.
Well, how do you think I felt when you just announced that you'd be moving in with us? Anyways, this was as good a chance as any to finally move away. I just know that David was already at his limit with you. And he told me that he would be happy if he never had to see you ever again.
No, that can't be true! I know that my son would never ever say something like that! It can't be true!
But it is true. I mean, you do remember why we live where we do, right? It's because after we got married, you said that you wanted us all to live closer. And because of that, you were the one who made sure that David would end up with a 3-hour commute. Honestly, have you ever stopped to think about the damage you might be causing to other people's lives? No, of course you don't. You only ever think about yourself and nobody else.
But it's only because I was so worried about how the two of you would do as newlyweds.
I really don't think that was it at all, actually. I just think that you don't want your son going to live in a place where you couldn't keep your eye on him. Donna, I'm just gonna be very honest with you. The way that you've been treating David has caused him so much trouble in his life. You need to let him go and live his own life already.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with a mother wanting to stay close to her child? I let you two get married in the first place, didn't I?
You really don't care at all about just how much trouble you're giving us, do you? I mean, even through high school and college, you just never let him make his decisions on his own.
And look at how his life turned out. He graduated with great grades, got into an amazing school, and was even working at a great company until recently.
But don't you get that David was only doing all of those things because you were asking him to? I mean, David tells me that he's always felt like he's never gotten out of your shadow. I think you've done a lot of damage that you should acknowledge. Because the fact is that your son is his own man, and that I am his wife. So you need to stop whining about how much you dislike me. You're acting like a child.
But I made sure that he was the top of his class.
And I'm sure that you worked hard. And worked David hard to make that happen. But that's not what matters here. Don't you care at all that your son has grown up scared of you? For years, you've made David too scared to speak up when you were being overbearing. In fact, I think that if you weren't for me, that David wouldn't be able to find the strength in himself to turn down some of your more ridiculous requests.
But that's not even true. You mean that you've really turned my own son against me? That can't be true.
You have done that to yourself, Donna. But I hope that you're finally starting to get the picture. We don't want anything to do with you anymore. Actually, I just got a message from an old colleague of David's, and he told me that you'd been calling the office.
But, I mean, you told me he had quit his old job.
I did, didn't I? So then why were you bothering to call there? I mean, do you really still not get that the reason why he quit his job was so that he could take control of his own life? He wanted to be free of you, and that was one of the last big steps that he needed to take to do it.
You're taking away my only son! How could you be so cruel to treat your own mother-in-law like this? What am I supposed to do now without David in my life? Does this mean that David is going to stop sending me money every month as well? What am I supposed to do if you do that? How am I supposed to live?
You should know that for more than 6 months now, I've been the one to send you money, not David.
So then, you really mean to tell me that you've basically taken over taking care of all the expenses at home?
Of course. I mean, after all, David didn't have that much in terms of savings. I asked him why he didn't have more put away, and he said he was always trying to spend everything on gifts for you.
But, you mean, that's why my son doesn't have any of his own money?
That's right. And maybe you can finally start to understand just why David and I have been getting so frustrated with you. Anyways, now that we've cleared all of that up, I think that you and I are done here. Please never bother us again. After that, Donna tried to call and send messages to David, but by then, he had already blocked her on every possible platform she would be able to reach him on. I heard about this from some of David's relatives, but apparently, without us sending her money, Donna's quality of life took a huge nosedive. This relative told us that she had been reduced to clipping coupons and trying to provide for herself by starting a part-time job as well, in order to save money. Donna sold her house and moved into a tiny apartment in order to stretch her savings. As for David, he finishes his program in a few more months and has already gotten offers from companies for a much greater salary than he had had before. Of course, both him and I were crushed that things had to happen the way that they did between Donna and us, but we all agree that it's for the best. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and see more content like this.
Hey Charlie, are you there? I was just wondering if you already know around what time you're going to be coming home today?
Yes, I am gonna have to do a little bit of overtime. But that's not why I don't know what time I'll be coming home tonight.
What do you mean that you don't know what time you're going to be coming home from work today? I mean, how can you not know? Are they having you stay late for overtime or something like that?
Besides, I know that you want me to come back home early when I'm able to, but you don't seem to understand just how much work we have to do here. Well, I understand what you're saying, but the fact is that I just really can't promise anything at all right now.
Oh, really? I guess I really didn't realize just quite how busy you are. But you know, apparently there's going to be an event week at the local theme park, and Darla is really wanting to go. And anyways, she keeps going on and on about how badly she wants you to be there with her as well. So I was just wondering, you think that in a couple weeks when that is going on, if you could take her out and spend the day with her?
But I could just buy you guys a bus ticket or something like that, and the two of you could go instead, right?
I really think that you should go and do this. I mean, when was the last time that you spent so much time with your daughter?
I don't really think that's fair at all since you know how busy I've been at work lately.
So, you mean that you think you are going to continue to be busy for the foreseeable future? Because I remember you saying the same thing about being too busy to do any of these kinds of things 6 months ago as well.
Oh, really? Did I say that we were really busy at the office 6 months ago? I don't know if I remember saying all of that to you.
Well, you did, and while I can understand how busy you are and how hard you work, I think that the fact of the matter is that you're putting a bit too much of your efforts into your work and not enough with your family. I mean, I think over these past 6 months, I've barely even seen you at home except when you get back late and crawl into bed. I just wish that you would find some more time in your schedule to be able to spend time with us.
Well, I really don't know what you want me to say to that. I mean, after all, I still have work. I can't just not do my job because you want me at home more often.
I understand that, but it feels like your job has been keeping you late every day for a long time now. I mean, is it really so impossible to get just a little time off? Or even just leave your office at a reasonable hour? You know, Darla is always asking about you and wondering when it is that you'll be coming home. But I feel like you're just always out, and sometimes there are nights where you don't even come back home.
And do you want to know why it is that I don't come home on those nights? It's because I have to work long and hard hours at the office overnight just to provide for you and Darla. So I don't really get why you're complaining so much about what I do for a living when you benefit as much as you do from it.
I'm not saying that I don't understand why it is that you work as hard as you do. I'm just saying that I wish we got to see you a little longer is all. I mean, I would love for you to finally come home in time for dinner and to be able to play with Darla afterwards.
What in the world are you talking about? Darla is a little girl, and there's no way that a kid like that would want to play with me at all.
You don't know what you're saying, Charlie. Darla is always talking about how excited she is to get to play with you when you come home.
Well, you need to tell her to quit putting all that pressure on me because I have work that I need to do. Why does this all have to fall on my shoulders, huh?
I don't understand. Are we having some kind of miscommunication? I don't understand why you're reacting like this.
All I'm saying is that I ask so little of the two of you, and you two are always wanting to get the world from me. And what do I get for all my hard work? I come home to a messy house. I mean, what do you even do all day that you can't even figure out how to keep the house clean by the time I get back from work?
Well, it's not like the house is dirty all of the time. And sometimes I just don't have the free time to clean the house. I mean, cleaning isn't all I do, you know? I do the laundry, cook, and have to take care of Darla and drive her to all her appointments as well.
And so what? Why does any of that matter? Do you really think that you do as much as I do? Because if you think that being a housewife is a real job, then you're wrong. I spend all day outside of home in an office, working my butt off for the two of you. And yet you're telling me that all because of one messy kid, you can't even keep the house in running order? Not only that, but Darla's just a little girl. Maybe if she was a boy who ran around and was always making messes, then I could understand where you're coming from. But I don't hear anything but excuses from you right now.
Charlie, please. I think that you're being unreasonable. I mean, can't you just try and come home a little earlier, at least once a week? Or at the very least, please make some time for us on the weekend so we can at least do something fun then.
I only have a few precious hours every week where I don't have to think about work. In fact, I really don't think that you understand all the pressure that I'm under at all. I've been put on a new project under a new supervisor and have a lot of catching up that I need to do. So, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to wait. I mean, if I can do all of this for our family, then you should at least be able to respect the space that I'm asking for to do it.
I do understand that you're busy, and I do understand that you work really hard. But I'm also already trying really hard with you.
Well, I don't think that you're trying hard enough. I mean, really, I've already told you that I'm busy, and yet you insist on messaging me. I have work to do, and you're making right now very, very unproductive for me. Do you understand? So if you really do want me to get all my work done in time to come home early, then how about you just leave me alone and let me work for once?
I'm so sorry, Charlie. I really didn't mean to upset you like this. I just miss you is all.
If you're really sorry about all of this, then you'll never bother me with this kind of silly conversation ever again. I mean, really, you need to open up your eyes and realize that everything I do for you. So the least you can do is keep the house in order, take care of the kid, and not complain about it. You don't hear me complaining about my job, do you?
Charlie, please answer me. I just want to know when you're going to be coming back home.
I seriously can't even deal with you right now. I thought I told you that I had to go away for a business trip, didn't I?
You did, but it's just that Darla and I are sick and we both have fevers. I think that Darla is only getting worse, and I really want to take her to the doctor. So could you please come home to drive us there?
I seriously can't believe that you're trying to ruin my work all because you two caught little colds. If things are really that bad, then just call a cab and get to the doctor yourself.
But I feel so sick, and I can barely even move without being in pain. I have no idea how I would even get myself and Darla out of the house in this state.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you a mother or aren't you? Because if you were really worried about the health of our daughter, then I think you would get off your butt and take her to the doctor.
But what about you, Charlie? I just told you that Darla and I are really sick. Aren't you worried about us at all?
I didn't say that I wasn't worried at all, and I don't appreciate you putting words in my mouth. Thank you very much.
Well, then can you please tell your bosses what's going on and have them cancel this trip of yours?
Isn't a trip okay? I'm not going on vacation to have fun and drink pina coladas on the beach. Got it? I have to leave and take care of business.
Charlie, I know that you're lying to me. I know that you're just going away to cheat on me right now.
Excuse me? Are you delirious or something? Did you actually just send me that message?
I know it's true, though. You're lying to me about your business trip, and I know that the truth is you're just going away to cheat on me.
Oh, give me a break. Is this really what you wanted to interrupt me at work for? You just wanted to talk about some crazy delusion you have that I'm cheating on you?
Does this mean that you're really just going to choose going away with this other woman over helping your own family?
For the last time, I am telling you that I am not cheating on you at all. I think that your fever is finally starting to get to you and it's making you say crazy things. I mean, what is your deal? How could you just accuse me of something like that? In fact, if you have so much time to be indulging in wild fantasies of yours, then you can just take Darla to the doctor yourself.
But Charlie, I need you to do this for me. You're the only one that can do this for me. You know how far away we live from both of our parents, and our friends just moved away to a different town.
You know what that sounds like to me, Samantha? Not my problem. No, if you'll excuse me, we just arrived at the airport and I need to check in and go through security. So you'll just have to figure all this out by yourself. And don't even think about messaging me at all while I'm away on this business trip. I mean it. I seriously can't get any work done at all when you start with me. Just can it until I get back.
You don't care about what happens to us at all, do you? I can't believe that you're really going through with this.
Man, you really just don't know when to quit at all, do you? If you keep up this conversation with me, then when I get back, you and I are getting divorced. Is that what you want?
Are you really sure that you want to divorce me like this, Charlie?
It's not up to me, Samantha. It's all up to you. Because I am being a good husband by going to work every day to work hard for our family. And I can't just quit my job or cancel an important business meeting because my wife and daughter have little head colds. Who has even heard of someone doing that?
Okay, fine then. If this is the way that you're going to be, then I think that we're done here.
Oh, so now you're going to try and pretend to be mad at me. Are you kidding me? You've seriously been pissing me off ever since before I left the house. So if you really don't want me to leave you, then I think that you should keep your mouth shut, your thumbs off the keyboard, and your thoughts to yourself. Because I am not going to sit here and be insulted and accused of things that I've never done by a little parasite like you. Just shut up, clean the house, and take care of the kid. It really is that simple. Hey Samantha, what's going on here, huh? What's the big idea?
Oh my, and here I thought I wasn't going to be hearing from you for a long, long time.
Quit messing around and tell me where you are right now. I'm serious.
I don't really see why I should tell you when it's really none of your business at all.
Oh, come on. Will you just drop the attitude already? I want to know what is going on and why our place is just a complete mess. And why aren't you at home right now? I thought that you said you were too sick and had a fever and whatever. But I guess you're not too sick to go out and have fun and ignore your duties. I mean, really, did you think that I was going to let you get away with this? You need to get back here and clean up this mess now.
Charlie, your wife and daughter are no longer with us. This is Susan, Samantha's mother.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Is this really Susan? What's going on?
Well, first of all, you should know that I know all about the horrible way you've treated those two. But I'm texting you from Samantha's phone because a funeral is going on right now.
Hold on a second. Her what? Are you kidding me? Please tell me this is supposed to be some kind of joke. Then when you said that Samantha and Darla were gone, you meant... Please tell me that you're lying right now.
No, it really is true. The day after you left, I had to take them to the doctors. But obviously, things didn't go so well for anyone. Don't worry though, I'll handle things here.
Susan, I want you to know that I'm headed home right now.
Oh, don't even bother, Charlie. You would just get in the way. I never want to see your face again. And I certainly don't want you ruining the memory I have of my daughter and granddaughter.
I don't know what to say right now. But please, don't just leave me. I've always thought of us as close family.
Really? Do you really mean that? Well, it's funny you say that, because it appears as if you were cheating on my daughter.
Of course I do. And I really want to get back to pay my respects to Samantha and Darla. No, I really wasn't. But I know that Samantha was convinced that I was. I should have just explained everything to her, but I was so busy then.
I am not really interested in hearing what excuses you've come up with. But once I have all the legal matters sorted here, I can assure you that you'll hear from me again. Charlie, is now a good time to talk?
Oh, hey Susan. Yes, I guess we can talk about things.
No, actually, this isn't my mom, Charlie.
Wait a second. Are you telling me this is Samantha? I'm really talking to Samantha? But I don't understand. I mean, you're alive?
That's right, I am still alive and breathing. No thanks to you.
But this doesn't make any sense. My mom told me that she was at your funeral yesterday. Then she said that she was going to handle all the legal stuff.
Yeah, my mom meant that she was going to handle all of the moving stuff for us. But I don't think that she ever actually said that either of us had died.
I guess she never used those words. But she did say she was at a funeral. Did she lie to me?
No, she didn't. I took Darla and we've been staying at her place. But a couple days ago, one of her neighbors died, and so that's probably what she was talking about.
But then I got it completely wrong. I thought that you two were gone.
Well, the rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. But if you must know, after you left, our fevers only got worse, and I did finally have to take Darla to the emergency room. I passed out in the waiting room, but I had already put down your mom's number as an emergency contact, so she came to pick us both up.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm just so glad to hear that you're both okay.
Okay? We're not okay at all. You have no idea what I've been through because of you. What about any of this is okay with you?
But I mean, I was so worried about you.
I really don't care how you're feeling at all. I want a divorce and nothing is going to change my mind.
Wait, hold on a second. What do you mean you want a divorce?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Do you not know what that word means or something? You chose your mistress over me, and that's really all that I needed to know to make this decision.
For the last time, Samantha, I haven't been cheating on you. I wasn't lying about my business trip either. Ask my boss if you want.
Oh, I would if it wasn't your boss, who you've been cheating on me this whole time with.
Wait, how did you...
And I know that it all started those months ago when you started coming home late. You told me that you were busy, but then you never got unbusy, and that's when I started to suspect something.
But work really was getting busier. I swear.
Even if that is true, it doesn't negate any of what I've said at all. And it was all the more suspicious when you would just spend all day on your phone when you were at home.
But you don't have any proof either. You're just making accusations and jumping to conclusions.
Actually, I got suspicious, and so that's why I hired a private investigator to look into you. And now I have all the proof that I need to have a smooth divorce. Thank you very much.
Hold on. You hired someone to follow me around and see what I was doing?
Well, it was obvious you weren't going to tell me the truth, so I had to. For example, I know that your new boss's name is Cindy Smith, and that she's the woman you've been seeing, right?
But, I mean, please, you have to understand. I really was on a business trip.
Why can't you just be a man and admit when you've been caught? I know that you've been lying this whole time. I know that you've spent the night at this Cindy's house before. And all the while, you've been giving me all the child rearing to take care of while you've been out having fun for the past 6 months. Do you have any idea the kind of pressure that you've put me under while you've been doing all of this?
You're right. It was wrong of me to do that, and I realize that now. I see the error of my ways, and I promise that I'll change. I realized when I thought you and Darla were dead, just how precious you two really are to me. I instantly regretted all the lies and sneaking around, so please trust me when I say that it'll never happen again.
Oh, I know that it'll never happen again. But not because you say so, but because soon we won't even be married, and then you can go and do whatever you'd like.
Please, don't do this to me, Samantha. You don't have to do this, you know?
You didn't have to do a lot of things that you did anyways. But now, I'm going to make you pay. I'm going to make you pay for cheating on me, for lying to me, for putting all the work of taking care of the house and Darla on me. All of it! So my only advice for you right now is that you might want to think about hiring a good lawyer, because you'll need one.
Oh, come on. You're really gonna sue me as well? Come on. Can't we just talk about this like adults? I know that we can work through this if we try. Hello? Samantha? Are you even reading these anymore?
I was actually already in contact with a lawyer to deal with Charlie. That was what his mother really meant when she was referring to all the legal stuff she was doing. And with all the evidence I had against him, the lawsuit and divorce all went by quickly and smoothly. In addition to getting paid a huge sum from Charlie and his boss, Charlie was also made to pay child support while I received full custody of Darla. Meanwhile, both him and his boss were fired for carrying on their affair at work. As for me, I took the money and used it to move out of my parents' place. I bought a nice condo near their house, however, and started working while they would watch Darla, who made a full recovery from her illness. Thank you for watching! If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hello, Steven. Are you there? This is Carla's mother, Tanya. I was wondering if you had a moment to talk to me.
Oh, Tanya. Of course I have time to talk to my mother-in-law. Actually, I just started my lunch break right now, so this is actually perfect timing. What did you want to talk about?
Well, the thing is, I just needed to ask you a few things about my daughter, if it was alright with you.
You mean that you wanted to ask me a couple of things about Carla? Well, sure. I guess I could do my best. What seems to be the problem?
The problem is that I have been trying to get a hold of her for some time now, and I just can't figure out how to. She won't return any of my calls or messages, but I see that they are popping up as read. Do you have any idea what might be happening? I'm just getting a little bit worried, is all. This isn't how she acts.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear about this. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'll try to talk to Carla and tell her to try to get back to you because you're getting worried.
Well, thank you so much for doing that. But you don't have to apologize. After all, it's not your fault. But what I'm more concerned about is Carla. I mean, has she gotten busier lately or something?
Yes, well, you do know that our daughter Lana is already 3 years old now, right? Not only that, but Carla's been taking more shifts at work lately, and so I think between those two, she's being kept quite busy.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't realize that she was working more. But still, the least she could have done was reach out to me. I mean, I get that life gets really, really busy sometimes. I really do understand that. But I'm her mother, and I can't help but worry if I don't hear back from her.
Of course, and that makes complete sense that you would get so worried about your daughter. But you know Carla, and she's just such a hard worker sometimes. She gets lost in her own work.
Yes, well, you do have a point there. She really is like that, isn't she? I mean, I remember when she was younger and just started college. She was hardly talking to me at all then as well, and I started to get worried. I finally had to ask her if she was even still alive, just to try and get her to respond to me.
Yes, well, Carla is just really bad about getting back to people in general. I mean, did you know that she hardly even uses her phone at all, really? But even so, she shouldn't be ignoring messages from you, her mother, at all. So, like I said, I'll go ahead and try to talk to her about this.
Thank you so much for doing that, Steve. It really does mean a lot. I mean, I knew that it wouldn't be easy living so far from Carla, but that's why it's all the more important we keep in touch. Oh, and by the way, I know that Lana is going to be starting spring break soon. Do you have any plans to send her to my house for a little bit? Carla and Lana always used to visit me on spring break, and I've been really looking forward to it.
Oh, right. About that. Well, I just don't really know how much I can say about it. After all, that's the busiest time of the year for me at work. And Carla is really wanting to prove herself at her job to try and secure some promotions or raises. So I guess we'll have to talk about it and see what kind of options we have.
Oh, of course. I'm sure you two are both very busy with real important things to be doing. But I do wish that I could see my grandchild more often. Maybe this year I could go over and stay with you all for some time. Don't you think that that would be really fun?
I don't know. Wouldn't that be a really long trip for you to take? I mean, it's like a 5-hour drive just to reach us. Could you even do that?
Oh, come on. Do you think I've lived this long and haven't ever had to drive for a really long time to get somewhere? Besides, I feel like it's been years and years since I've gone on some kind of trip. I think it would be so fun if I had a good excuse to leave the house like this. Of course, if you two are going to be so busy that just wouldn't work, then of course I won't push the point. I just want to find something that can work out for the both of us, is all.
No, it's nothing like that. In fact, speaking for Carla and I know that we'd be really grateful if you could come. But in terms of when exactly would be best for you to do so, I think that I'd have to discuss this with Carla first.
Oh yes, of course. Well, that just makes logical sense now, doesn't it? But just know that I could go and visit you all anytime, really. So if you can find a time that works for you both, then just know that I will be there. Oh, thank you so much, Steve. That really does mean the world to me. Anyways, I'm sorry for bothering you at work.
Got it. Well, I will certainly tell Carla all of that, and hopefully we can get back with you tomorrow with a good date that works. Or maybe I'll even tell Carla to reach out to you with the date. Hello there, Tanya. I just wanted to say thank you so much for sending us those packages of fresh strawberries. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm actually crazy about strawberries. This really did just make me so happy.
Oh yes, I remember Carla telling me once about how much you like them. And since the last time I sent a little care package to your house was mostly full of Carla and Lana's favorite foods, I thought I'd do a special one for you.
Well, that is just really thoughtful of you, and I am so grateful that you remember that I like strawberries. I'm a bit embarrassed to say, but I've already eaten more of them. But they were so huge and sweet and delicious, I just couldn't help myself at all.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm so happy that you enjoyed them so much. And please tell Carla thank you for reaching out to me and letting me know that she's okay.
Of course. Although I take it that she hasn't really messaged you at all since she sent that first message. Is that right?
I just can't understand that girl sometimes. I mean, what is so wrong with keeping in touch with your mother? Does she communicate with other people this poorly as well? Or is it just me? I mean, I'm sure that she has friends who she must keep in touch with, yes? Surely she doesn't leave them on red like this, right?
Well, yes, you are right there. But I think it has more to do with the proximity, since Carla actually usually sees these people. So I guess there's just a bit more of a physical presence there that can maybe make her reach out to them and reply more often. But you're right, she should be doing better about communicating with you.
Well, I understand that we're family, and sometimes it can be easy to take the fact that family exists for granted. But even if she didn't get back to me right away, I would still be more than happy to receive a message from her even hours after I reach out. But I suppose that if she's really just too busy with Lana to be able to do that, then I'm just glad she's being an attentive mother.
Yes, I agree with you there. Carla's always doing her best to take care of little Lana. I mean, after work, I always try to just go straight home to my family. But even on days I've gotten home early, Carla has managed to clean the whole house and take care of all the clothes all while handling Lana. I really don't know what I can do without Carla in my life. Sometimes it feels like she's the glue holding everything together for me.
I see, but I'm sure that you do plenty for your family as well. I mean, on the weekends, surely you must take Lana out to play, right? Because I am sure that Carla would be so grateful to have some time to herself after being with Lana all week.
Yes, I do that. And if Lana does appreciate it, then it would have all been worth it. I always do whatever I can to help cut back on the work she does.
I'm just so happy that you and Carla got married. You two were just... I'm just so happy that you and Carla got married. You two just make the sweetest couple. And I just get so worried sometimes, because it seems to me that getting a divorce is becoming more and more normal. And of course, I don't think that's inherently bad. After all, there are so many good reasons to be getting a divorce. But I also think that people need to work on their communication and try to work through things with their partner first.
Of course, I really strongly agree with you there. I mean, at the end of the day, a marriage is still just another kind of human bond. And that means, like other human relations, you need mutual respect. the ability to speak your mind, and the patience to listen to each other. And so that's why I always try and ask myself how Carla might feel about something before I move ahead with something else.
Well, that is exactly what I like to hear from the man who married my daughter and is raising my granddaughter.
Of course. And, can I just say how happy I am that you and I have been able to get along so well? I think it's so important to have a good relationship with my in-laws.
Oh, come on now. Now you're just kissing up to me. Although I do wish that my husband could be just a bit more like you. There were some times he would just get so upset when we didn't agree on something, and we would just never move past it.
Oh, really? Well, I have to say it's actually a bit surprising coming from you. I mean, I would have thought that you'd had good communication in all your relationships.
Well, when you spend enough time together with someone, I suppose the communication can actually get more difficult in some cases. Oh yes, that reminds me though. I heard that we'd be able to meet up for a lunch to discuss me coming over for spring break, right? Thank you so much for making the time in your busy schedule to talk to me about this, by the way.
No, I'm just sorry that you can't actually come over to the house in person or anything like that. I just really wish that we weren't so busy. So I really am sorry that you're going to be coming all this way just so that we can go out a couple of times.
Oh no, you don't have anything to worry about at all. My husband and I are going to enjoy playing tourist in your city. Anyways, I suppose that's only a little longer until we all see each other in person, so take care until then.
Grandma, are you there? Please answer me as soon as you see this.
Wait a second, is this Lana? What in the world are you doing messaging me? Did your parents get you a phone or something?
No, I'm just borrowing my mom's phone right now, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, dear, I am so happy to be getting a message from you. I really miss you, you know. I've actually been just a bit worried since we haven't gotten to talk much on the phone lately. How have you been, Lana?
Well, actually, there's something that I kind of want to ask you, Grandma. You see, I was cooking, and then I accidentally spilled a bunch of oil into what I was cooking. And now I have no idea how to clean up the big mess that I made, and that's why I'm messaging you right now.
Hold on a second. You were cooking and spilled oil everywhere? Are you okay? What's going on?
Well, my mom isn't around anymore, so my dad told me to get up and cook something for him since he said he was getting hungry.
I'm sorry. I'm not quite sure that I'm following along with you. You're saying that your mom isn't at home, but you're there with your dad?
Yeah, that's right. But Dad came out to see the mess that I made, and then he got really mad at me. And so he told me that I'll have to eat my dinner outside.
But, I mean, was the oil hot at all? I mean, you aren't burned or anything like that, right?
Yes, I'm okay, Grandma. Thank you for asking. The flame had only been on for a little bit, so the oil didn't have that much time to heat up. So I don't have any burns or anything like that. But now the floor is all slippery because of the oil. And no matter how much I try to wipe it up with a cloth, it's like I just end up pushing all of the oil around. I've been trying to clean this up for a long time, and I just can't figure out how.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you're going through all of that, but I just want you to know that I'm glad you didn't get burned. But now, you're telling me that you're having trouble cleaning up all the oil that you spilled?
Yeah, I just spilled so much that it feels like I can never get all of it. And now the floor is all slick and shiny because of it.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I think you might want to use some baking soda or something to get all of it.
I have baking soda. Actually, Mom made some spray that has baking soda in it. So maybe I can use some of that?
Okay, that sounds good to me. Spray that on the floor and then try and wipe it up and see if that works. Even if it doesn't get everything, it should be enough to make a difference.
Okay, thank you so much for all your help, Grandma. I really appreciate it. Dad left the house, but said that I needed to make sure the kitchen was clean before he got back.
That's good, dear. I'm sure that you'll do fine. But what did you mean when you said that your mom had been gone? Do you mean that she's at work?
No, she's not at work at all right now because she actually fainted at work and hasn't even been home since that happened.
Oh wait, what? What do you mean that your mom fainted at work? Are you being serious? Did that really happen? Is she okay? I had no idea about any of that at all.
Yeah, I think that Mom is okay, but she's being taken care of by some friend from work or something like that. Except I wasn't supposed to tell you any of this. Dad told me that you shouldn't know about this at all. So please don't tell him that I mentioned any of this.
Hold on just a second. You're telling me that your dad told you not to tell me anything about what happened to your mom?
Yeah, that's right. He said that you're not involved and it's none of your business, so you don't need to know about all of this. But he also doesn't know that I've been holding on to Mom's phone ever since she left for work that day. So I don't think he knows that I can talk to you like this.
But I don't understand. Why wouldn't your father want you to say anything to me? That doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't know, but my dad said that if he found out that I did say anything, that I would be in trouble. And I just know that he would be even more upset if he knew that I had Mom's phone. So please, please, please don't tell my dad about this, okay? Mom actually was the one who gave me her phone before going into work, but said that I should only use it in emergencies.
Oh dear, don't you worry. I won't say a word about this to your father, okay? But are you telling me that your dad is really mean to you and your mom?
Well, yes, he is really mean to Mom and I. He's always getting so mad all the time. And sometimes he even hits us too.
Wait a second, are you serious? Does your father really hit you and your mom?
Please, Grandma, I'm really scared. I think that something might be wrong with my dad. And I think that that's why Mom isn't coming back home. But I think that is only making my mom even more mad, so I don't know what to do.
Well, I am sure that your mother isn't just leaving you behind. In fact, I am positive that she is worried sick about you and thinking of a way to help you out. Lana, do you know where it is that your mom works?
Yeah, I know where my mom works. Do you want me to give you the phone number for her office building?
Yes, could you please do that? Could you please give me the phone number for your mom's office? I promise that I won't say anything about this to your dad. I just want to try and find out where your mom is.
You mean it? You really promise that you won't say anything about this at all to my dad?
Of course I do. So just hang in there a little longer. I promise that I'll get you out of there soon.
Hey Carla, are you there? Why don't you respond to any of my messages? I mean, I know that you had a fall at work or whatever, but you know that if you don't come back, then I'm just gonna make you sleep outside again, right? And who was it who just gave me a call about you? He sounded like a man. Are you cheating on me? I mean it. If you're trying to run away from me, you're not gonna get away with this. But you better just come back home right now.
Carla won't be going back to live with you ever again, Steve.
Excuse me? And just who am I talking to now, huh? Are you that jerk from yesterday? Well, let me tell you that Carla is quitting her job and won't ever be going back to the office, actually.
Steve, I think you should know that you're talking to Tanya, Carla's mother. I'm using her phone to respond to these messages that you've been sending her.
Wait a second. Are you serious? But I don't get it. Why do you have Carla's phone right now?
I don't know. Let's think of some of the reasons why I might be using her phone right now. After all, since I do have her phone, you should know by now, I already know everything that's been going on between you two.
All about what? What are you talking about? What is it that you think you know about what's going on here, huh?
I mean, I know what you've been putting my daughter and granddaughter through. But I must say, you really did trick me for a while.
Wait a second, Tanya. I really think there's been some kind of misunderstanding here. I think you're confused about what's been happening.
You think that I don't know what's going on? I mean, do you know just how many incriminating texts you've left on her phone?
But, wait, please? You really don't understand? Clara didn't come home last night, and I just worry that she's seeing another man. Ever since I heard that she'd had some kind of accident at work, she hasn't come back home. So of course you can see why I might be a little upset at her, right?
Honestly, are you even reading what you're typing to me right now? You're telling me that you heard that your wife had a medical emergency at work, and you're worried about if she's cheating on you? Not only that, but this whole time, you've been treating Carla just horribly. I've read all about the mental and physical abuse that you've been putting her through. And on top of all of that, you still have the gall to ask if she's cheating on you while she's literally in the hospital? How could she be cheating on you from there? I mean, did you know that it was her boss who took her to the hospital? Apparently the doctor said that Carla was horribly malnourished.
Oh, really? Is that really what was going on with her? I don't know what to say. I really had no idea at all. I just thought that since I couldn't get a hold of her, that she was just trying to avoid me this whole time.
Well, now that we've settled where it is that Carla is, what do you have to say for yourself in terms of what you did to her? Because I know all about how you've been shouting at her and hitting her and treating her like your own personal slave inside your house. Not only that, but I know now that you were the one who told her to cut off all contact with me.
Okay, Tanya. I think it's time that I come clean with you. The truth of the matter is that I noticed that Carla has installed a dating app on her phone. And so that's why I was asking her not to use her phone so much. It was my way of trying to give her a chance to rebuild trust with me.
Oh, really? Because Carla tells me that she doesn't know what you're talking about and that she's never had any app like that.
But it's the truth! I know it! She was lying to me for a long time about it, and now she's just lying to you as well. She's a cheating liar. You can't believe her.
Okay then, if that's really what you think, do you have any proof at all that backs up what you're saying? Because I would just love to see if you could actually concretely prove anything that you have said to me.
Tanya, please, you have to believe me. I'm only trying to tell you the truth. I swear.
And just why should I believe you after seeing all the horrible things that you've said and heard about all the awful things that you've done? You know, I actually got contacted by Lana about all of this.
What do you mean? Why would she say anything about this to you? How could she even do that?
She told me that since her mom wasn't coming back home, that you ordered her to cook for you. And that when she made a mess in the kitchen, you ended up screaming at her and demanded that she clean it all up.
But this doesn't make any sense at all. How could you possibly know about any of that?
I am not about to tell you how Lana was able to get in contact with me, but she was desperate for help, and that's why she reached out to me. Honestly, what is the matter with you? How could you just try and demand that your child do all of that for you? Don't you care about what you were putting her through?
Wait, no. Please. You don't understand. I just wasn't myself in those moments. And it was only because I thought that she was cheating on me. So that just proves how much I really care about her.
You are really going to have to try better with your excuses because I am not buying a word of what you're saying. In fact, you should know that I am talking to Carla about suing you for your abusive behavior, as well as getting a divorce, of course.
Wait, what? No! You can't do that! Please! This isn't fair! I thought that she was cheating on me!
Well, if you don't have any proof at all of what you're saying, then I'm afraid I don't really care what you think is happening.
But that's not fair! Surely you have to take my side into account as well, right? I mean, that's only fair, isn't it?
You seem to only care about what's fair when it comes to saving your own skin, and that is exactly what your problem is.
Please don't do this to me. You can't just break apart my family like this.
I am not doing anything but making you suffer the consequences of your own actions. If you want someone to blame, look in a mirror. After that, I was true to my word and sat down with Carla while she was recovering to talk about hiring a lawyer. She agreed that it was her best option to get away from Steve and be able to protect Lana from him. During the divorce proceedings, it came out how abusive Steve was, and Carla was able to sue him for all that he had put her and Lana through. On top of all the child support payments he would have to pay, Steve left the proceedings heavily in debt. Now Carla and Lana live at my house while Carla recovers and looks for a job. Of course, I wish her a speedy recovery, but it's very nice to be close again to my family, who Steve tried to separate me from. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey Dan, I just wanted to let you know that I got back home. Ah, man, it really is just so nice to finally be back into our own home. It was so hard being away for the past month.
Welcome back, Tracy. I'm so happy that you made it back okay. This is great news.
Yes, it is so nice to finally be back here. And in case you were wondering, it was my mom who picked me up at the airport and dropped me off. What about you, Dan? Are you still at work right now? You must be getting off soonish, though, right?
Yeah, I'm at work, but it'll be fine. I'm almost out of here and then I'm finally home free. How's the kid, by the way?
The kid? Come on now, Dan. We should at least call our daughter Katie by her name.
Oh, right. I suppose that you've got a point. It's just that we hadn't landed on a name for a while, so I always just got used to calling her the kid. But how is Katie doing? Is she doing alright? Did you two get along okay?
Oh no, she was just horrible in the car, to be honest. She was screaming and yelling and crying. And then the moment that we arrived back home, she fell fast asleep and has been like that since.
I see. Well, you should make sure and tell her that this is her house from now on. Not that a little baby would understand what any of that means.
I think that maybe she must know it's her house too now, with how quickly she fell asleep. Although, I should warn you that this is just the calm before the storm. I'm sure she's going to get up and start crying soon enough.
Wow, that's a pretty strong statement coming from you. I mean, does she really cry all that much? Is it really that bad?
Let's just say that the doctors told me it seemed like she had a good pair of lungs on her. They said that it must mean her dad has the same thing. Were you ever a good swimmer when you were younger?
Interesting theory by the good doctors. But it was nice going back home and being with your parents for a while. It had been some time since you last saw them, right?
Yeah, it was actually really nice getting to go out there and see them. And my parents took such good care of me since they knew that I was there just to give birth. So I'll admit, I just let myself be spoiled in the final month of my pregnancy, but I wasn't taking advantage of my parents or anything like that. I was just already so tired all of the time, and I could hardly do anything at all but lie down to rest.
Well, I'm just glad that you were able to get that rest and have Katie safe and sound. Are you still in discomfort now, or has your body settled back down?
No, nothing really hurts right now. Although for a while after giving birth, I couldn't really walk at all.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that I'll never have to go through that. You really are something else for pushing a whole human out of you, you know? But I just want to say how proud I am of you. You did so well with all this, and now you're literally in the house with the proof of that.
Well, I'm just so happy that I could count on you to watch the house while I was out. I mean, I know that being all by yourself for the past month couldn't have been easy, especially since you barely know how to keep the place running. But I just want you to know that I really appreciate all that you do, and I'm so grateful to have been able to see my parents.
I won't lie to you. It was really hard at first. And the house was a complete mess until a couple days before you arrived.
Well, I won't say that I didn't have a sneaking suspicion, but I guess I'm just glad that you cleaned up just for me.
Of course! I knew that you weren't going to be happy walking into the bomb site that I had left it as.
Right, I mean, actually, now that I'm looking around, it kind of seems like you just shoved a lot of stuff out of the way to make it look clean.
Well, then I should also tell you that I didn't have a chance to really sweep or mop the floors at all either. But I'm sure it's only a matter of time before you figure that out as well.
Well, on the bright side, there's no trash everywhere, so I guess you did good on that front.
I really did want to try doing this better, but I just couldn't figure it all out. I even tried cooking for myself a couple of times, and it was just horrible.
So then, what did you end up eating the whole time that I was away?
Well, I just ate out a lot. I would order takeout, or I would get pre-made meals from the grocery store or something like that. So I haven't exactly been healthy while you've been away either.
Oh, wow. Well, are you okay after all of that? I mean, do you feel okay physically after eating like that for a month?
Well, by the end, I had run through so much money eating out that I was basically only having cup ramen for dinner. Of course, I know that I wasn't eating healthy or anything like that, but... Well, as the house just got dirtier and dirtier and surfaces got messier and messier, I kind of just lost the will to do anything for myself.
Well, don't worry. I'm going to try and give a second pass at getting this house in order. I'm also going to take some healthy food out so that I can give you a hearty dinner. This little kid's diet of yours is over.
Oh, thank you so much. You don't know how happy it makes me to get a message like that. I was counting down the days before you were finally going to arrive. What can I say? I guess I really just don't know how to live at all without you. I'm just a wreck when I'm asked to live by myself.
I really don't think that you need to go so far as to say anything like that, you know. That's a bit of a stretch, don't you think?
Of course it's not a stretch. I really mean it. If I'm going to live a normal life, I really don't see how I'd be able to do it without you there to take care of me. So, please don't ever leave the house that long again. It was just so difficult to be away from you for that long.
Well, I didn't really have a choice in the matter now, did I? But anyways, I'm back now and not planning on going anywhere soon. But of course now we're going to have to be paying a lot more attention to our baby daughter. So I think you might just have to learn how to take care of yourself a bit.
You're right about that. I do need to learn how to provide more for myself. Well, I promise that I'll do my best at least.
And I suppose at the end of the day, that's really all that I can ask of you, right? Anyways, I guess I'll see you at home tonight.
Hey there, Tracy. How's the kid doing? Is everything going well at home with you two?
Wait, what? What do you mean? Is there anything that should be going wrong? That's kind of a weird question to ask.
Well, I was just wondering if you think something is up with the kid since you're just crying all the time. I mean, I know that babies just cry a lot in general, but when is all this finally gonna stop?
Well, this is the first child that either of us are having, so I don't really know what the protocol is for all the crying. But I don't really think that it means there's anything wrong with the baby at all. And besides, all kids are different. So I don't really think that you need to be concerned that there's anything particularly wrong with our kid, you know?
Are you sure about that? Because I feel like there's gotta be something wrong with just how much she's crying. And either way, it's keeping me up and making me lose sleep.
Oh, well, I am really sorry to hear about that, Dan. I know that Katie was really loud last night.
But it wasn't just being loud. I mean, she was screaming and crying so much that I really couldn't even get an hour of sleep. Not only that, but her screams are still ringing in my head even now, and have been giving me a headache all day.
Well, maybe we could try and think of a way that we could get her to cry less. I mean, I'm always checking her diaper to make sure she hasn't made a mess, and try to keep her on a regular feeding schedule. I'm doing everything that the books and guides and everything out there say, but she just won't go to sleep.
Well, think about how I feel. You know that I'm a light sleeper, and now I'm not able to get any rest for myself at all. I mean, you know that even the slightest sound at night is enough to make me wake up. So just how do you think I'm feeling about having a crying baby screaming in the house all the time?
I know that things are hard right now, but maybe we might want to try sleeping in different rooms for the time being. I'll take Katie, and her and I can sleep on the pull-out couch so that you can catch up on some sleep.
Oh no, that isn't nearly going to be enough. If that girl starts screaming at night again, then I want you to take her and walk around with her outside. I know that her cries are going to be enough for me to hear them in the bedroom all the way from the living room. I mean, that baby really knows how to cry.
So, you want me to take Katie and just walk around outside the house at night? I really don't know about that, Dan. I mean, it's already winter and the nights get pretty cold here. I would hate to expose Katie to anything that might get her sick as well, you know? Even a cold is nasty for a little baby.
Well, then just make sure that you're both bundled up before you take her out to finish all that crying. Because if I don't start getting more sleep, I'm really going to start falling apart at the seams. And when I start to miss my sleep, I start to make mistakes at work too, you know? It's all connected and it's all bad.
Okay, I get it. If Katie starts crying again in the night, I'll be sure to walk around with her a little at night.
Good. You'd better do that because I can't stand how loud that kid can be. But I'm still not convinced that it's normal for a kid to be crying as much as she is. Are you sure that we shouldn't get her checked out by a doctor or something like that? There might be something wrong with her.
Okay, we can take her to a doctor if you're really concerned, but just please don't mention anything about it to my parents. I mean, even I don't think it's really worth taking her to the doctor over, but if you want, we can.
I get that you don't think it's worth it, but I am telling you that that baby is crying way more than should be normal, and we need to find a way to put it to an end. And it's clear that you either lack the skills or the patience to be able to figure out what will work for this child.
Dan, I don't know if that's really fair. You know how hard I'm working with all of this. I mean, you don't think you're the only one losing sleep because of Katie, right?
But that's not a fair comparison. You're just a housewife who can nap during the day if she gets sleepy. I don't have that luxury because I work a little thing called a job. Do you have any idea what kind of trouble I would get in at work if I got caught just taking a nap on the job? There's no way that would ever fly at my company.
I know that you can't just take a nap at your work or anything like that, but I think that you think I have it way easier than I really do. I mean, ever since coming back from my parents' house with the baby, I don't think that I've been able to get more than 3 hours of sleep on any given night.
Well, it's not like you even do anything when you have to leave the house, so that much sleep should be plenty for you already. Honestly, why are you trying to compare yourself to me? You know that I work so much harder than you do to support us, don't you?
I'm not trying to say that what we do is the same. If anything, I'm trying to say that it's different, so we shouldn't be comparing.
That's right. Because if you think for a second that anything you do compares to what I do at all, then you're just dead wrong and there's nothing else to say about it. But anyways, can you at least promise me that you'll try and think of a way to make the baby stop crying all the time? I mean, really, we live in the internet age. This shouldn't be this difficult, you know? You really have to get your act together.
Hey! What the heck is the matter with you? Why did you just dump water on me? I mean, really? Just what were you thinking? If you wanted me to leave the house, you could have just said so.
Oh, come on. You should know that you're in the wrong with this, right? I mean, really. It's all your fault for not knowing how to deal with that kid.
But, I mean, I don't get it. I was fast asleep, and then you just dumped a bucket of water on me.
Well, I had to do something about you. You know, thanks to you, I'm also losing sleep. So try thinking about that for once.
But you didn't just get me with the water. You got Katie as well. She had finally just gotten to sleep, too.
Well, she should have already stopped crying. I wanted you to stop her before I even got back home from work. Because I can't stand having to hear that baby cry. I mean, really. I'm just getting no sleep at all at this point. If you can't take care of the house while I'm out, the least you can do is handle the baby.
Please, Dan. I know that you think I do nothing but rest and take it easy while you're out of the house, but it just isn't true. Besides, did you really not see me holding on to Katie when you dumped all of that water on us? And why did you even do that in the first place? Were you really still that mad by the time you got home?
Of course I was. You're ruining my sleep schedule with all that crap that you keep putting me through. Do you know that?
Dan, I am sorry, but it has been a while now, and I've seen you get at least 6 hours of sleep basically every night. So I think that if I want to lie down, even for a minute, with a sleeping baby, then there's no need to get so upset.
I can't believe that you're actually trying to defend your actions to me right now. I mean, really, this just proves that you take naps all the time while I'm out at work. You just relax all that you want and don't think about me at all. That's why I got so mad, and that's why I dumped water on you.
I really just can't believe what I'm hearing right now. I want you to know that I am always trying so hard. I try hard to take care of the house, and I try hard with our daughter. I just needed a little rest is all.
There you go again, thinking that everyone should have to wait on whatever it is that you want to do. You really just are pathetic. Do you know that?
Dan, I don't know what's gotten into you, but it feels like you've gotten so much meaner lately. I mean, I'm sorry that I can't stop Katie from crying on demand, but I don't see why that's my fault. This kind of thing is just what babies do. I couldn't control it even if I wanted to, but I'm trying to my best all of the time.
Ha! Is that really what you're trying to call your best? You've got to be kidding me if you think that's gonna fly with me. Ever since you came home with that kid, all I've heard is crying and whining. And I'm not talking about the baby, let me tell you that much. You really need to open your eyes and realize that I'm the victim here and you're not. And if you're gonna act like this, then you should have never come home with that little brat. You should have just stayed at your parents'.
Are you being serious? I thought you were looking forward to me bringing home our daughter.
Yes, at the time I really was excited and happy to get to see you both. I thought that we'd finally be a complete family like I'd always dreamed. But I didn't expect your coming home to turn into the mess that it's been up to until now. Now I want nothing more than to be alone. So, I'm sorry, but as a wife and a mother, you're a failure. Do you understand me?
I don't even know what to say to that right now. I'm speechless.
Well, there's nothing more to say about it since I'm telling you the truth. And the fact of the matter is that I can't tell who is the bigger baby here. You, or the actual newborn literal baby. So, how about you just do us all a favor and just grow up and act like an adult now, okay? Because you need to quit thinking that you can just take it easy all the time. If you're tired, then think about me, who is hardly getting the kind of sleep that I should be getting.
Of course. Okay then. I think I understand what I have to do now. Thank you for making your feelings clear to me. I'm going to work hard to make sure that I can finally get some peace and quiet around here.
Hey! Did the little brat finally quiet down? Because if she's still crying, then I don't want you to come back at all. I mean it. You better make that kid stop crying before you even think about coming back home.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that anymore now, Dan. I'm not going to be coming home anytime soon now. So don't worry, you'll never have to deal with our poor crying daughter ever again.
What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean you're not coming home anytime soon? Have you still not figured out how to make that kid quit crying?
No, it's nothing like that at all. In fact, if you really want to know, Katie isn't even crying right now.
Then what are you trying to tell me right now? I still don't quite get what it is that you're trying to tell me through all of this. What do you mean you won't be coming home? Why wouldn't you come home if you finally managed to get her to stop crying?
Oh, don't worry. I'm certainly not going to do anything over dramatic, but I am going to make sure that our daughter doesn't cry around you ever again. And I'm going to do that by making sure that neither her nor I go back home to you ever again.
I still have no idea what it is that you're trying to tell me. What do you mean you're not going to be coming back here? If you're not going to come back, then where are you going to live?
I'm going to go and stay with my parents for the time being. And I'm going to be taking Katie with me.
You really have some nerve. Do you know that? I mean, really? Are you actually telling me that you're going to move out and go live with your parents?
Well, I think that it would be a lot better than spending another day in this house with you. That's why I would literally rather go and move in with my parents than stay in this house with you.
Oh, come on, Tracy. Just give this a rest already. Do you really think you're fooling anyone at all with this? You think that you'll ever find anyone after me?
I don't know what you want me to say, Dan. You were the one saying that you don't want me at home as long as Katie is crying. So if you want that to happen, then that means that I'll be out of the house until then. I mean, you told me you couldn't even stand us all being in the same house when the crying started. So this just seems like the most simple way to go about doing things. What would you suggest?
What do you mean? You think I would suggest that you move out?
Well, what else could I do? I mean, really, what am I supposed to do if you don't want me in the house when the baby is crying?
I just want you to try and find a way to make the baby stop crying. That's all I was asking you to do over and over again. You can't just run away from me.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're the one that's running away by avoiding your responsibilities like this.
That doesn't make any sense at all. I'm sorry, but if you can't settle down and start speaking in a way that makes sense, I just can't have this conversation with you.
Dan, just what do you think it means to be a father? To have a child, huh? I mean, do you think that you can just talk to the baby and ask it to stop crying or something like that? Since you keep bringing it up, I really want to know what brilliant suggestion you might have for me when it comes to stopping the crying. In fact, do me one better and just show me how easy it is to stop Katie crying by doing it yourself. What about that?
Now, let's set one thing straight here. You are the baby's mother, and that means that it's your job to deal with all that stuff. And if you can't figure out how to make a baby stop crying, then that is entirely on you.
You're the one who keeps talking as if it's supposed to be something so easy to do. But if the mother is supposed to do all that, what good is the father for?
The men and the women just do different things in the family. Is that really so hard to figure out? Why do I have to explain this to you?
Well, I don't think that is fair at all. We are parents, and we need to be splitting up our responsibilities better.
No, that just won't work. There's an order to this thing. And everyone knows that it's the mom's job to be taking care of the kids.
I really think that you're just choosing that because it's what is most convenient for you. I mean, do you really think that a father has no role in parenting his children at all? Because my dad was actually really great at getting me and my sibling to stop crying, and he didn't complain once about it.
Well, then it sounds like your dad is the exception. But that doesn't mean that he's the rule. Plenty of men still prefer to leave it all to the women.
Oh, I am sure that they do prefer to treat their families that way. But as far as I'm concerned, you're the failure, both as a husband and as a father. I mean, really, do you not care about anyone but yourself? You put me through so much, hurled abusive language my way, dumped water on me and our daughter, and then forced us out to find another place to live.
Okay, hold on a second. Sure, I might have dumped water on you and the kid, but you were the one who decided to leave and take the kid with you. And now you're gonna pay for it?
Well, great. That's all the motivation I needed not to live with you any longer and to stay with my parents.
Oh, please. You think that you've won? I knew that you're gonna come crying back to me any day now. You think that you've got me cornered and scared with this little act of yours? Fat chance. I won't let you beat me. You'll pay for this. You'll be back and then I'll set you straight. Just you wait.
I was done talking to Dan at that point. I knew that the conversation was going nowhere and that no real communication was going to happen anytime soon. So instead, I blocked his number and I hired a lawyer. The day after my lawyer sent Dan his notice of my intent to divorce him, as well as the lawsuit for his abusiveness, he showed up at my parents' place begging for forgiveness. He told me that he thought about his actions and realized that what he did was wrong, but neither myself nor any of my family there wanted to hear a word of it. In the end, I took Dan to court and we got our divorce done the hard way. Of course, I ended up with custody over Katie, and Dan was made to pay child support until she turns 18. After that, I heard through the grapevine that Dan's life really started to fall apart. Unable to take care of himself or do the most basic of chores, he began getting complaints from his boss about his personal hygiene and appearance at work. Whether it was Dan's ineptitude or depression from the divorce, Dan didn't do anything to change his ways and soon simply stopped showing up for work altogether. Now I hear he lives in a tiny apartment doing odd jobs to make ends meet. I found my way back on my feet while at my parents' house, and now Katie and I live nearby while I work my new job and my parents watch over her. I know that being a single mother won't be easy, but at least I'm with people who love me and will support me. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.